Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Friday Fight Night. My name is Darren Jacobs, and starting off tonight's show, it's going to be King Sam after the assault on Travis's wedding night on Travis. And I guess maybe he's come down here to explain his actions, or maybe it's just to talk more about himself. We never know with Sam. But let's hand the mic over to him. He starts off tonight's show. I guess you guys want an explanation about what happened at the wedding, right? Very well, I am the champion of the people after all. The deal between me and him from the very beginning was we win all the titles together and in return he gets into the team. Thanks to that deal, we now are the tag team and heavyweight champions. He has fulfilled his end of the bargain, and so did we. The TV title was the only thing that kept him in the team for as long as it did. Moving on, I'd like to talk about... Oh, and here comes Travis. He's heard enough. Travis has heard enough. I'm surprised he's still standing after the onslaught that he took last week. But he has taken bigger hits in the past. And King Sam just mocking him there as he's pointing at him, saying, who is this guy? And Travis, not a happy man. And he can't believe his eyes. He couldn't believe his eyes last week as he got tossed out of the team that he helped build to where they were today. The newest member, but probably made one of the biggest impacts since they all debuted as the tag team the first time round. But Travis, not looking particularly happy. Let's just hand the mic over to him and see what he has to say about this. You son of a bitch! After everything I did for you, the Wolfpac era would not have even started without me, and this is how you will pay me? If you think I'm letting you get away with this, oh, you've got another thing coming, Sam. I am the man who started the Wolfpac era, and now I'm going to make it my life mission to destroy it. Travis, buddy, why so angry? I'm right here, you don't need to yell. Look, it was nothing personal, dude. I mean, I don't like you, but it still weren't personal. It was just business, dude. I wouldn't waste your life on that threat again, though. Your mission coming into WIW was to destroy us, and then you realized that you couldn't take us down because we are the greatest team of all time. And so you joined the very group you fought to destroy. Just because you say it doesn't mean it's gonna happen. We will see about that, because I'm challenging the entire Wolfpac to a match at Wolfpac in the Outback in the main event of the show. If you're so confident about the power of your team, prove it. You versus us. Oh, that's hilarious. Fuck it. We don't have a match yet. We happily accept your challenge. But let me ask you something. What the hell are you gonna do against the three of us? Oh, Sam, I'm so glad you asked. You see, I don't plan to do it alone. Well, not alone, what does that mean? All of a sudden, Travis is taking off the suit, and look at this! And I thought these two were going to brawl, but a low blow to Travis, and now he's waving to someone to come down and help him, but look at this! King Sam fighting back valiantly, here against Travis, who's trying to blindside the trap. Wait a minute, look at this! It's the Cotterrells, the rest of the Cotterrells! Max and Brad, they're not even on this, Brad! What are they doing here? And not wearing their usual attires, and look at this! Here come the cavalry, the Wolfpac, coming to their leader's rescue, but the Cotterrells fighting back, being ready for them. They're not ready to give up this ambush yet, and they're taking down David and Steve, the tag team champions. And now look at this, continue to assault Sam in the ring. Well, it looks like the Cotterrells are going to send a message to the Wolfpac that they're ready for a rematch. We had this match last time at Wolfpac in the Outback, and it looks like we're going to get it again at Wolfpac in the Outback 2. It's the Cotterrells versus the Wolfpac 2. What a match that's going to be. Let's move on with the rest of the card. Oh, wait a minute. Look at this. Backstage, a little confrontation over from last week. And look at this. Robertson bringing it to Bruiser Brad, but taken down. And it just amazes me the size difference between these two. And these two are clashing backstage here. Unbelievable scenes. And it's not uncommon for the first two people that you face, the first few people that you face in your debut to get caught in a rivalry with. But this is quite a sizable mismatch. And yes, Robert brought it to him last week and put up an amazing match against this man. You've got to think it's too much for him. The size advantage is just too big in favour of Bruiser Brad. And Robertson might have started a fight he might not be able to finish. Last week, after the upset, he claimed to do this. He said he was going to take him out backstage, and it looks like Bruiser Brad went to confront him about it. And he's taking full advantage of that fact. And the old-style boxer that is Bruiser Brad really bringing it to Robertson, but no matter the size difference, he continues to bring it to him. Really fighting the underdog fight here. And now look at this, just using his surroundings to his advantage, crashes him head first to the wall. And what an awful way to start the show, because someone is going to get seriously hurt here. What a fall. And Bruiser Brad and Robertson only both debuting last week against each other. And straight away I've got a bone to pick with one another. Bruiser Brad not liking the threats sent his way, and he's trying to teach him a lesson. Robertson didn't like the fact that he was defeated last week, and he didn't like the fact that he was jumped after the match. And now Bruiser Brad trying to make him pay. But Robertson living up to his threat. He said he'd ambush him backstage. He said he'd hurt him. He said he'd cause him pain. But Robertson, surely that was a bit of a mistake though. Warning Bruiser Brad in advance in the comment section. That was probably a big mistake, because Bruiser Brad would then confront him about it. But it looks like Robertson was prepared for any threat that this man came towards him tonight, and a shining wizard for his troubles. But he's still not done with him. He wants to make him pay for that ambush last week. But look at this, Bruiser Brad just shakes it off, no problem. It's almost as if nothing that Robertson is doing is even affecting this man. And now just dragging him up the corridor. But look at this, Robertson's able to break free. He's trying to force his way out if he can, and he does. And now look at him, he's got him near the wall, and oh, look at that, just tossing him into the opposite wall with sheer force. And Bruiser Brad, well, he was warned, but clearly he wasn't ready for this. Complete ambush at the hands of one of the smallest people on the roster, Daniel Robertson. But look at this, Brad still fighting back out a massive DDT. Sizing up the little man, admiring his work despite the fact he's taken quite a beating here, just to kick off the show in a massive power slam and a bonsai drop that killed him last week and does it again. Well, we have to move on down the rest of the card, but it's starting to look like Bruiser Brad is just too much for Daniel Robertson. We'll have to see how this develops as time goes on, but I think it's time to move on to the actual card. Next up tonight, well, first up tonight, should I say, that obviously that backstage brawl was not meant to happen, but clearly no one here is sharing the Christmas spirit, despite the fact the tree's up, may I add. That must have taken ages to do. That's quite a big tree. It's quite as tall as, almost as tall. Oh, it's actually not that tall, actually. I thought it'd be taller than that. But we have some tag team action to start tonight's show off. More specifically, a rematch for the Chaos Twins. They're taking on the Vikings of Destiny. And you can bet that Trevor Jackson will be lurking at ringside to watch this one. At the next pay-per-view, which is Wolfpac in the Outback for the Fight Night cast, the Vikings of Destiny will be in a 3-on-2 handicap match against Trevor Jackson and the Chaos Twins. And to be honest, you might feel bad for them for being in a 3-on-2 situation, but if you've been watching this feud up till now, you'll understand that they deserve no sympathy whatsoever. They definitely have brought this on themselves. Loki, of course, ruining the debut of Trevor Jackson by beating him up, winning on countout, and then continuing to beat him up afterwards. And then, of course, they did a vicious ambush on the Chaos Twins as they return to in-ring action. And these 5 men been training back and forth. And now these two get a rematch. They lost to the Vikings of Destiny already. But last week they supported Trevor Jackson as he beat the Vikings of as he beat Noah of the Vikings of Destiny last week. And Trevor Jackson this week repaying the courtesy to the Chaos Twins, who are looking to bounce back after quite a disappointing loss at the hands of the Vikings of Destiny. It was a tough battle, but of course the pinfall occurred whilst their hands were on the ropes. It was definitely a rope break. The referee just completely missed it, and the Vikings of Destiny ended up picking a win as a consequence, which they went on subsequently to ambush the Chaos Twins. So tonight they have a second chance for redemption, and the bell rings and away we go. Will it be a different result this time, or will the Vikings of Destiny once again prove to be too much for the Chaos Twins? And to be fair, saying too much that they were too much the first time was quite a harsh thing to say. They kept up well, they put up a good fight, but just unfortunately for them, the result just didn't go their way, and the referee, who doesn't work here, I don't think anymore, he paid his price, but thanks to him, of course, the resulted loss came to the Chaos Twins. But this is going to be one hell of a matchup. They all have reasons to hate the Vikings of Destiny, both Trevor Jackson and the Chaos Twins. And now they get a chance to make them pay for all the terror that they've been causing. And look at that. Tried to go for one of the twins and straight away into the tag. In comes Tyler Chaos, but just gets met with a massive shoulder tackle. And now look at this, a running senton. No shy to use that speed that they have. They're actually surprisingly quick, the Vikings of Destiny. These two vicious men from Norway, or Denmark, excuse me. And now look at this. Oh, turning him around, Tyler Chaos. And look at that. Just taking out the leg from behind. And you can guarantee yourself that this match will be no holds barred. No one is going to be holding back at all in this one. And definitely the same will go at Wolfpac in the Outback, which is scheduled to be one hell of a pay-per-view. Oh, look at that. Right across the face. And that just shows the type of destruction we're used to seeing from the Vikings of Destiny, dragging him to the middle of the ring. And he's in a bit of trouble here as he gets tossed into the Vikings corner. Never a great place to be. Tag made. And now look at this. A nice little running boot there from Noah as he comes in off the tag. And Tyler tried to crawl to Jason and was unable to do so. Oh, look at this, to the back of the head. And now to the corner of the Chaos Twins. They're going to make the tag. No. Tyler Chaos has got something bigger in mind. Tyler looking to take him on a journey here. What's he thinking? Double underhook from the top rope. Double underhook superplex. What a beautiful move there. And now playing to the crowd, Tyler Chaos. And Trevor Jackson must be enjoying this. He's had his fair share of beatdowns at the hands of Loki and Noah. He finally got his revenge last week as he beat Noah one-on-one. But the Vikings of Destiny proving to be unstoppable at times, but finally got slayed last week, and right now we're on path to do it again. The Chaos Twins with control right now. And Noah maybe still not on full recovery from his injury, but that's his own fault for coming back a little too soon to aid his brother, if that is the case. But the Vikings of Destiny, as the Wolfpac showed it before, it takes nothing short of a 6-ton truck running these guys over to keep them down. The Wolfpac had to beat them down relentlessly for weeks just to get one of them injured for a few weeks. It says all you need to know about the Vikings of Destiny. They're tough people. The Viking instincts kicking instantly. And look at that. Missing the spear in the corner and might pay the price for it now. Look at this. Oh, and a massive gut punch. And now, all of a sudden, the tide's turning back in the favour of the Vikings of Destiny here as Noah grabs Tyler by the back of the neck. Oh, look at this. Just able to break out before being shoved into the Vikings corner. And now needs to capitalize on it. And he's looking to do so. Can he tag back in Jason? Oh, wait, no, he goes against the idea. And now look at this. Just fists hammering down in the corner. 4, 5, and just relentlessly hammering down the fists on top of Noah's head. And he's defenseless. He doesn't know what to do. And the crowd are loving this one. This has been a great start to this battle. So far, the Chaos Twins with majority control. But it's just so hard to keep down the Vikings. And now look at this. Noah wrenching away on the back of the neck. Just trying to crack the bones with his bare hands, which we know he's capable of. These two utter madmen that are Loki and Noah take no prisoners when they're in the ring. And they're showing that here again tonight. There's a knee to the face. And we know how vicious the knees of the Vikings of Destiny are. And Tyler crawling back to his feet. Might want to consider a tag here. Went for a clothesline instead. Misses, but ducks under and gets the DDT, which I think's cut him open. It has. Noah's cut open. And it looks like he's going to go for the tag here. He does. In comes Jason Chaos. And all of a sudden, it's looking like the end here. No, look at this. It doesn't matter whether they bleed or not. These guys just do not lay down. Oh, look at that. Was going for the knee. But big counter there by Jason Chaos. And now into the corner. That's exactly where he wants to be. Look at this. Whisper in the wind. I haven't seen that since the GM's days. In the ring. And now to the corner. Noah's in deep trouble. Oh, look at that. Was maybe thinking of landing Chaos to Chaos there, but couldn't quite connect and manages to get behind Noah once more. And a drop kick onto that middle rope. And look at this. Tyson Jackson yelling in his face as Jason Chaos, excuse me, just beats him down. Look at this. Just trying to crawl to his corner, but every time Chaos just trying to stop him, and it's just not stopping him at all, is it? He's still going. And doesn't even grab the leg that time. There we go. Gets him finally and stomps away on the leg. That is a little bit of a struggle there for Jason Chaos. And now to the Chaos Twins corner again. Trying to land the finishing blow that they know will put this one away. Noah's already hurt. He really needs to make a tag. But he just isn't being given the space by the Chaos Twins to do it. They're enjoying this beatdown here on Noah. Oh, and Noah, oh, so close to making the tag there. Great save by Jason to keep Noah in the ring. And they're going to want to keep him in the ring. They've dominated him so far. And if they can keep up this trend, it's going to end in a Chaos Twins victory, which is exactly what they're going to want to bounce back from the defeat they've had before. And look at this, looking again for the Whisper in the Wind. Continuing to work on the exposed head. And now to the corner. One more time. Can they finally get the tag made? Yes, they do. In comes Jason Chaos. And Chaos to Chaos. And straight into the cover. And what a... No! A kick out. And he goes for it again. And straight into the cover again. Can he wrap it up? It's only a 2 count. This time Loki with the breakup. And how on earth did Noah kick out of that? He's been beaten down relentlessly in this matchup. And look at this. Loki saving his tag team partner. Any further discomfort. And Noah's in desperate trouble now. He needs to make the tag. He needs to do something to get Loki back in this matchup with the Chaos Twins. It's been dominating so far, but it's just so hard, as I mentioned before. It's just too hard to keep these two down. And look at this. Almost made the tag there. Couldn't quite do it. And now Tyler Chaos from behind. Russian leg sweep. And the Chaos Twins keeping control. Still can't make the tag. Loki so desperate to get into this match. Noah trying to fight back, but the Chaos Twins just proving too much right now. And now look at this on the ropes, just using it to bounce him back and forth between the rope and the elbow. And Noah in trouble here. Tyler Chaos looking ready to wrap this one up. Up on the shoulders. Oh, and a massive slam down straight into the cover. That's not going to be enough though, because Loki's right there. And at a count of 2, Noah is rescued. And look at the blood pouring down on Noah's face. He should go for the cover again here. Tyler Chaos, he's down and his partner's out. You might want to consider wrapping this one up. Look at this. What? Noah just continues to fight on, refuses to give in. And has now got Tyler in the corner. He's setting him up for something big here. The crowd are loving this. And the Chaos Twins doing whatever they can to keep in control. And a massive drop kick, and he landed very stiff there. That was interesting landing. And the Chaos Twins now, once again, have Noah in the corner. This time looking for something bigger as he crashes him into the corner there with a spear, following it up with a belly-to-belly suplex overhead and straight into the cover. Noah left alone in the ring. Loki's not going to get back in time. The Chaos Twins redeem themselves. One win apiece between the Chaos Twins and the Vikings of Destiny. They really get their own back here tonight by isolating Noah, who falls victim to the Chaos Twins, who dismantled them piece by piece. It took a lot to keep him down, but the Chaos Twins finally conquer the Vikings of Destiny, and in spectacular fashion as well. Well, they needed a big win to give them a momentum coming into this pay-per-view, and they definitely got it here. At Wolfpac and the Outback, it's going to be 3-on-2, but tonight the Chaos Twins take them out 2-on-2, and they really are trying to stake their claims in the tag team divisions, but that's only one apiece. I guess when the final time comes at Wolfpac and the Outback, it's going to be one hell of a contest to see which team comes out on top. Of course, they won't be doing it alone. That man clapping on the sideline, Trevor Jackson, will be there to help them. So let's move on down the rest of the card and get one step closer to Wolfpac and the Outback. And look at this. We're finally going to get to see Max Danger and Big Boss compete in the ring, but Max Danger has no interest in waiting. Look at this, beating down the man who'd injured his father and ambushed him as well. And the feud between the Danger family and Big Boss continues here. The referee finally starts the bell, and Max Danger straight out the gate gunning for Big Boss, and he's gonna make him pay for that. The GM finally gets these two inside the ring, and Max Danger had no interest in wasting his time here. He wants to beat him down. He wants to make him pay for everything all the pain he's caused the family. And he's doing that here tonight. Big power slam there, deadlift. And that's like 600 pounds that he's lifting. So easy. And you thought that 600 pounds, Big Boss would have a massive advantage over everyone in WIW. Here's a cover and it's only going to be a 1 count. You thought Big Boss would have a massive advantage. Little did he know that when you join the WIW, you're facing some of the strongest competitors on planet Earth. And now look at this. Max Danger, Mr. Money in the Bank, making him pay. Hasn't had a second to enjoy the fact that he is Mr. Money in the Bank as of yet, because Big Boss has made sure to keep him down at every step of the way. He dismantled his father and he made him a promise that he would do the same, and that's exactly what he's attempting to do here. There's a big knee to the gut. And another one, another noticeable size difference, but it's hard to square up to the 7'4" structure that is Big Boss. He's basically a one-man skyscraper. And lately, he's been dropping the suit and using the Big Boss name to show what he can do in a brawl. And in the ring, he's doing it the exact same here, but Max Danger using his natural cruiserweight's abilities there, just to slip out of that one. And now the elbows right to the knees, excuse me, right across the chest there from Max Danger. And now look at this, Max Danger with a big DDT. And now wearing down again. This has been great stuff so far from Max Danger, really making him pay. And there's the spinning back fist, which could wrap up the job here and put him away. It's a 2 count. And Big Boss tried to get the jump on him last week in the backstage brawl. And now this week Max gets the jump on him in the ring. And Max Danger really making him pay. But Big Boss just trying to ruin the day, as he tends to do. But he might not get it here, because here comes a spinning powerbomb. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, and he delays the spin beautifully into the cover. And Max knocks off Big Boss, no problem. And that is how you win a psychological advantage here from Max Danger. And we're expecting these two to clash again at Wolfpac in the Outback. But what a win for Max Danger tonight. Gets another one over on Big Boss. And Big Boss being forced to deal with Max Danger now, who is angry as hell, a full head of steam, and really trying to make the Big Boss feel the pain that he made his father feel. Big win for Mr. Money in the Bank tonight, continuing his winning momentum as of late. And Max Danger, representing the Danger family with pride. A big win for him tonight in what was quite an easy match for him once he got the jump on Big Boss. But as I mentioned, we're not done with these two just yet. Let's move on down the rest of the card. Next up tonight, a warm-up match for the television champion. It's not going to be an easy one for him. The general manager's giving him quite a difficult task to deal with. But for Big Willie, he needs to get some in-ring practice, because he's going to have one of the biggest fights of his career to date as he takes on Original Brad for the television championship at Wolfpac in the Outback. But looking to prove a point here tonight, Peter Bolton steps down to the ring. It's going to be a big win for him if he can knock off the television champion, and maybe, just maybe, he can start staking a claim towards the TV title himself later down the line. But Peter Bolton just trying to find his place here in WIW so far. He's been pretty successful in winning the crowd over, but so far hasn't been as successful in converting that into in-ring victories. But for Peter Bolton, looking to turn that around tonight, looking to turn the tide in his career, and what big way to do that than to take down the monster that is Big Willie. And Original Brad, right now, looking fantastic, especially coming off the win last week in his match against Liam Connors. And the TV champion needs to bounce back with an equally as big win of his own. He has a big job to do tonight, though. Peter Bolton's going to put up a fight, you can be sure of that. But this man knocks off all the opponents to step in his ring. The only man to beat him so far, Soul Man Akira. That and the Wolfpac in a tag team match. But tag team action for this type of man, it's not exactly his forte. Especially when you're getting victimized by like 4 people, as the Wolfpac did, as they only managed to keep the man down on count out. The only other man to beat him was Soul Man Akira, and he paid the price the next week, as in an open challenge, he got destroyed in the television championship match. But for Big Willie, the television champion, getting some in-ring warm-up against Peter Bolton here tonight. And of course, last week made a surprise appearance in the match between Original Brad and Original Brad and Liam Connors after Brad picked up the victory. And now Big Willie gonna have to send a message here tonight against Original Brad. Look at that! Hurricane Rana from the 400-pounder. And Peter Bolton caught off guard there, but otherwise trying to keep control of Big Willie at this point, which he's doing pretty well to start this one off. And there's a big suplex. Not an easy man to lift, and a very hard man to keep down. And now look at this. Oh, went for the elbow, just shakes it off and lands a forearm. And now these two trading fists. Peter Bolton refusing to back down from the TV champion right here tonight. Oh, and a big takedown there as he gets dropped off the ropes. And we've seen Big Willie have these slow starts before, but Peter Bolton bringing it to him like no one else has. Look at this, just hammering the fist, just trying to take him down to at least the knee, and gets tossed out of the ring for his troubles. And that was a nice sequence for Peter Bolton. Went for the final blow just to get him over the ropes, and Big Willie made him pay the price. And now on the outside, just a big boot to the head. And now Big Willie trying to take control if he can after being just dominated so far by Peter Bolton. And there's a double chop. And now he's going to hammer some fists of his own. These two really having a boxing match right now. And a clothesline there. And he finally gets Big Man off his feet. And now look at this. Oh, and dropping a knee to the chest. And Brad must be backstage enjoying this. He knows that they're Wolfpac in the Outback. These two are going to collide for the TV title, and he's going to want to see anyone inflict as much damage to him as possible to make his life easier when these two throw down. Big Willie's a tough opponent, and he's going to need someone equally as tough to keep him down and out for the count when the title's on the line. But Peter Bolton doing a great job so far, and as soon as I say that, Big Willie just tosses him over the shoulder as if he weighs nothing. And now look at this. Once again, going to toss him to the outside. Looking to capitalize on it, but Peter Bolton with another counter. And he's really having Big Willie's number here tonight. And look at this big counter. Reverting into a snapmare. And now look at this. Turning him over. Boston Crab in the middle of the ring. And Big Willie's in a lot of trouble here, but able to power his way out. And now look at this. Just flipping straight into a cover. Peter Bolton having to kick out there at the count of one. Big Willie just trying to catch him off guard. And once again, tossing him to the outside. What is Big Willie thinking here? Once again to the outside. It's a lot more dangerous out here, but this isn't usually the Big Willie style of things. And clearly Peter Bolton has pissed him off here by just beating him down with a beautiful striking way. And now look at this. Oh, it's kind of spinning around there before being picked up. And now what's Big Willie got in mind? Just going to crush him into the apron. And just using the outside to destroy Peter Bolton here. And Peter Bolton got off to a good start, but now taking some hits. And he can't afford to take too many. If Big Willie gets control, well, he thinks he's already got this here. He's gone for the cover. Look at this. Brad's at ringside. What's he doing here? And look at this. He put Bolton's leg on the ropes. The referee stopped the count. And Big Willie appealing for the 3 count. And Brad keeping this match alive. And now he's just leaving. He's just came down to play the mind games here. And now Big Willie looking to make Peter Bolton pay the price for that. But look at this. Bolton back to his feet. And look at this. Bolton able to capitalize here. Can he land it though? Look at this. Peter Bolton. Ace in the hole. Ace in the hole. Flips over the television champion. I don't believe this. Into the cover. Peter Bolton won. Peter Bolton wins. He beat the champion. Big assist to Brad, keeping him alive in this match. But Peter Bolton walks out victorious. He can't believe his eyes. Oh, wait a minute though. What's he doing now? If it hasn't been chaotic enough, look at this. That's chair coming in, and the referee chased out the ring by Peter Bolton. Oh, but wait a minute. Brad's back. Brad's back, and he gets rid of Bolton. What the hell? He just saved Big Willie. Wait, what? And now hitting him with a chair on his own. What the hell is going on here? I don't quite know what on earth has just happened. So much chaos just happened in the last, 30 seconds. But I have a feeling now that things are escalating between original Brad and Big Willie, and we're going to see it reach a fatal conclusion at Wolfpac in the Outback. Let's move on down the rest of the card. Well, after that shocking defeat from Big Willie, it's time for the main event. And it's been an impromptu main event here tonight, as it is a tag team matchup between Brett and Max, the Cotterrells, who will be taking on the tag team champions, the Wolfpac, tonight. And Travis leading down a very differently styled team here to what we're used to seeing from Brett and Max. Usually coming down very thuggish, very brutalist, and we know that these two are just straight crazy inside the ring and outside of it. But it looks like Travis has talked him round to the money side, and we all knew that the Cotterrells would inherently be rich because Travis is, of course, a big part of the family income, so you must assume that the whole family was rich. But now all of a sudden, they've realized the money could be with Travis, and Travis leading the Cotterrell family. He's done it before, but he's only led them to defeat. And the question is for Brett and Max, can they use this to spring their careers back into action? Travis has offered them this opportunity to once again main event Wolfpac in the Outback in a rematch. And what a better way to have Wolfpac in the Outback 2 than to have Wolfpac versus the Cotterrells 2. What a matchup that is going to be. Let's just hope it's better than the last one, though. The last one wasn't exactly great for the Cotterrells. To be honest, it was quite embarrassing. And tonight, Brett and Max get an opportunity in ring with their new style. Look at this. Even Max wearing gold trunks, taking full advantage of the money that Travis was willing to offer here tonight. But they've got tough opponents. And it doesn't get much tougher than the Fight Night Tag Team Champions, the Wolfpac. Longest reigning Tag Team Champions. And once again, why is David leading them down to the ring? I do not know. But the Wolfpac coming down to the ring. Maybe it's because David and Steve are, of course, in ring action. So David once again leads him down. He's getting way too used to that. And here comes the World Heavyweight Champion anyway, with the Fight Night Tag Team Champions. And King Sam ambushed at the beginning of the show. And now David and Steve get to give him a little bit of redemption. And I'm sure King Sam will want to get his own back at Wolfpac in the Outback, as it looks like we're going to have a repeat. But to be honest, these three brought it on themselves here tonight. And hopefully this match is going to be a lot better than last time. These two have had some great tag team matches in the past, but the triple threat match did not go exactly as planned for the Cotterrells last time they faced in the trial era. But of course, that was just that. It was the trial era. So they need to really show themselves here tonight and prove that they have made spectacular differences in six-man tag action. Remember, the Cotterrells not been doing great over in the brand that they're actually drafted to, which was the Monday Night Mayhem brand. Of course, in the trial era, tag team champions, one of the most dominant tag teams until Travis took over. And I guess since, oh, look at this, Travis already not wasting any time to get himself involved here and give Brett the advantage. Tag in comes Max, and Mad Max, who has been quite the dominant force for the Cotterrells as of late. He made it to the Money in the Bank ladder match, but of course had no interest, as we saw, in becoming Mr. Money in the Bank. Just had interest in just destroying everyone in that ring. And there's a pile driver for his troubles and a big brain buster as well. And in full swing here, David and Steve, and there's a Phoenix Splash from the middle rope. The King Sam loving it, but Travis watching his team struggle out the gate. Since coming back from the trial era, the Cotterrells have done nothing but struggle to win matches. I don't remember the last time they actually won a tag team match. Brett, of course, only just recently coming back from injury after the last time they stepped into the ring, and a beautiful move there by Steven. Of course, they've come up with they've got a tough task here tonight in the Fight Night Tag Team Champions. But they're hoping that these that the newly acquired leadership of the eldest brother, Travis, is going to help him out here. Look at this, looking for a powerbomb here, but Steve able to fight out. And quite a size difference in weight at least. But also the height advantage does go to Steve though. So balancing it out there, and now up on the shoulder, Samoan drop. And now look at this, middle rope. And Brett looking very different to his usual self here as he goes to the top and takes him down. And of course, this is not their #1 brand. This is supposed to be Monday Night Mayhem competitors. But bringing it here to the Fight Night Tag Team Champions. And in comes David off the tag. Big shoulder tackle there. And looking for one more clothesline. And Sam's pacing on the outside. It's not usual for him. And look at this. Travis already's had enough. Bringing a chair into this. He's sensing where this one's going. Look at David. Straight away with a pile driver to the knee. And look at this. Distracting the referee. And he might want to be careful because the Wolfpac are no strangers to using the weapons themselves. Look at this. Double-handed chokeslam here. But no. Saving it with a rake of the eyes. The referee didn't even see the rake of the eyes because of Travis's distraction. And now Travis with another distraction is not going to save him from being hit with the pile driver straight into the cover. The referee turns around just in time, but Max able to save the match. And now look at this, David dealing with Max as well. And the Wolfpac just dismantling the Cotterrells just like they used to do. Look at that move. And Max paying the full price for keeping this match alive. And Travis, his distractions just aren't helping the Cotterrells at all. And this was the problem last time that Travis was the leader. He just kept interrupting, didn't let the Cotterrells do their thing, and they paid the ultimate price for it. And, but to be fair, they can't say that they've got better without him either, because they have been absolutely terrible as of late, which is why I guess they were so eager to take the opportunity that Travis had granted them. But now they really need to show themselves here, and they're fighting on here. Brett used to be quite a tough competitor, but clearly injury has weakened him a lot. Straight into the cover. I think he got cut open by that. Look at the eyes there, Stephen. Did you see that? Demonic eyes there. Pure white. And the Wolfpac are just dismantling the Cotterrells just like they used to right now. Look at this. He's got him on the ropes here. Onto the middle rope. And look at this. And Sam talking crap right in his face as he gets hit with a big knee. And look at this, trying to crawl to make the cover. And it looks like Steve's just going to let him do it. There's the tag. And in comes Max off the tag. But now Max left alone in the ring with Steve. There's a super kick, and now he's busted open too. Dragged to the middle of the ring, into the cover. Travis can't believe his eyes about how easily Max and Brett are getting dismantled here. And with Brett rolling out of the ring, Max left to his own devices here. Max able to fight off, and there's the drop kick. And now finding a new lease of life. I don't know how Max does this sometimes. Look at that. Looked at his corner there for a second to see if Brett was there for the tag. But both men bleeding. Neither one of them eager, I'd imagine, to come and make the rescue. And now look at this. To the corner. Irish whip. Trapped in the Wolfpac corner. That's not the place he wants to be. The Wolfpac looking to wrap this one up. Sleeping with the Wolves. Straight into the cover. But look at this. Brett gets up just in time to make the save. But Travis making the save anyway by distracting the referee before the count had even begun. And Travis keeps the match alive for the Cotterrells, but they need to start going on the offensive because there's only so much more that they can surely take. There's a sunset flip to try and steer things back in their way. But look at this, both members bleeding of the Cotterrells. And they are no strangers to taking hits, but they definitely are, as of late, have become strangers to winning ways. And they're trying to turn that around here. And no bigger way to do it, as I've said, than against the Wolfpac. I feel like I'm repeating myself constantly tonight. And there's a beautiful sequence there by Mad Max showing that natural cruiserweight ability and a standing moonsault. And all of a sudden, the Cotterrells fighting back. Travis giving them a fighting chance there by stopping the referee's count, and they're taking full advantage of it there. Beautiful, beautiful springboard move there by Mad Max. And we've seen him use his springboard offense in the past, but he prefers much more to just go out flat out and brawl. That's his style. But now look at this, to the top rope. We've seen this before. David in a lot of trouble here. If he doesn't move out of the way, beautiful. Beautiful flying move there from Mad Max into the cover. 1, 2, and David knows he doesn't have to kick out. Steve's right there. But all of a sudden, the Cotterrells fighting back in this one. And you've got to imagine that they were down and out before Travis made the save, or at least before David tried to break up the cover. Of course, he didn't need to in the end because Travis made the save. And the one thing you can say about King Sam this year, he doesn't get involved in these tag team matches. He just lets the tag team champions do their work. And you got to believe they do it brilliantly. The tag team champions, for a reason. They've taken on big threats, the Vikings of Destiny being the biggest one of them all. But they are still the champions, and they are still one of the most dominant tag teams in the division. Of course, losing to the Linebacks, the Mayhem tag team champions, not too long ago. And look at this, Max thinking about making a tag. Tagging comes Brett, but that might be a mistake because Brett was getting destroyed when he was in the ring. And Max was as well to begin with. But now look at this. Brett was looking to wrap it up there with a big slam. But of course, Steve able to just slip behind. And now Steve, look at this. Looking to add further insult to injury here. Scooping him up. And he's going to land. Oh, Brett's own move. On to Brett. Look at this. The referee distracted again by Travis. And Travis doing whatever he can to keep this match alive. And look at this. Travis has been ejected. Travis has been ejected. Well, he's broken up the cover one too many times for the referee's liking. And he's been ejected here. And look at this. Max took out David there on the outside. Didn't quite see it, but he's down. And he's continuing to assault him on the outside as well. And now the Cotterrells once again been given a fighting chance by Travis. And it doesn't seem to matter what Travis has done. So far, the Wolfpac have managed to keep in control. And they're doing just that here. Oh, look at that. Big counter by Brett, who's trying so hard to turn the tide. And with David preoccupied with the Mad Max on the outside, the Cotterrells are now left to their own devices here to deal with the Wolfpac on their own. And can this help them? Massive belly to belly. And Sam can't believe his eyes that this match is still going. That's a rope break. The referee's going to break it up immediately. And the Cotterrells, they've got to stop making silly mistakes like that. That's their downfall. That's what costs them so many tag team matches. They have the in-ring ability to get it done, but they just make too many mistakes, and they pay the price for it. And now look at Brett here. Just trying to keep in control of Steve, and he's doing a good job of it so far. And now look at this, signaling the end there, saying no more. And now look at this. He might have regretted getting caught taunting. He got confident for the minute he was in control. And now David taking him back down. He had a momentary slip there, but Steve was unable to capitalize. And now Steve with a big shot to the gut. Look at this. Sliced bread there from Steve. And now picking him back up, but another counter. This time by Brett. And look at this. Massive headbutt. Straight into the cover. Is that going to be enough to pick up the win for the Cotterrells? It's a 2. And again, Travis is really giving them a lifeline here. And one that they are taking full advantage of. Look at this from the middle rope. Oh, and that's a lot of weight being brought down on top of the chest of Steve. And now look at this, maybe thinking about tagging in Max. Look at this, taunting to the crowd. All of a sudden, he's signaling that he wants to wrap this one up. Up on the shoulders. Looking for a Samoan drop, and he connects. And now, look at this. Can he really wrap this one up? Gets him up. And slamming him down. That's the move that he'd been wanting to hit. Into the cover, and David breaks it up. And Steven is in a lot of trouble here. He needs to make a tag. But David being dealt with there by Mad Max, as I just saw. Look at this. Oh, he did not like that at all, Brett. He did not like that at all. The fact that the cover was broken up. And he just making sure there that David stays down. Tag made now. In comes Max. And the Cotterrells have really started to provide a fight back for the Wolfpac. After complete control, they basically had already won this match up twice. But it was Travis who keeps the match alive. And now they're doing a good job of fighting back. But now, Steve, looking for the super kick, gets it. And right when you thought the Cotterrells were trying to get this one back on track, kicks the super kick, and look at this straight away, looking to make the tag out. And he was waiting for it. He wants Brett back in the ring. He wants to make him pay for what he just did to him. Max out of the ring, and now with Brett in the corner. Look at this, Max knows he's in trouble. And now crash into the corner as David finally gets tagged back in. And you feel that Steve needed to get out of there because he'd been taking a beating since the second breakup, well, the third breakup, should I say, from Travis. And now look at this, David making him pay for all that. Another package pile driver. Straight down to the mat. And look at this. This has been these are the two powerhouses of the teams. But David, right now, just making light work of the big man, Brett. They're now onto the ropes, right near his corner. And look at this, tossing him to the outside. And King Sam, why is he going to move out of the way? Because David looking to fly over the top rope. Suicide senton. And these two just bringing it all out to play here, the Wolfpac, who have had majority control in this one. But thanks to Travis, just haven't finished the matchup. And now look at this on the outside. Oh, what's he thinking here? Oh! Just threw him into the ring post. And now look at this. Steve trying to make the save for his tag team partner. He's got him on the barricade. Oh, and I don't like what Steven was thinking there, but look at this. David refusing, and now he's got them both down. And now beating down on the man who's not legal, remember. It's David, it's legal. Now look at this. Tosses him into the ring. And the Cotterrells have really snapped right now. And in comes Max again. And David back to his feet. The Wolfpac have lost control in the later stages of this match. But like you say, you've got to believe that they had already won this match on several occasions. And now look at this. Steven takes care of Brett as another package pile driver is delivered. And that's got to be it. Surely it's over now. A big win for the Wolfpac against the Cotterrells. And history repeats itself again. The Fight Night Tag Team Champions win. Well, with no title defense to worry about at Wolfpac in the Outback, they once again dispose of the threat that is Brett and Max. They put up a fight in the later stages, but to be honest, it was Wolfpac's to win from start to finish. And it was really only kept alive because of Travis. But in the end, the Tag Team Champions just proved to be... Great timing. Just proved to be too much for the former champions of the trial era. And hang on, I'm trying to get my control back on charge here. And it was a big win for the Wolfpac. Again, a challenge has been sent by the Cotterrells to face them at Wolfpac in the Outback. But once again, the Wolfpac answered the challenge the only way they know how. And that's with a big, big victory here tonight. And that is going to wrap up the show. And at Wolfpac in the Outback, our main event has now been booked. It's been a while in taking its time into booking this main event, but we now have it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Comment your thoughts and feelings on tonight's show, and I will catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.